At this stage, after painting for a couple of decades, I'm kind of used to approaching things with force, with kind of like a creative violence, not in a physical way, but just in a mental approach. I try to attack it, and by doing that, I'm asking the surface itself to expose whatever it wants to be. Through history, it's been wonderful and difficult for painters to exist on this plane of, in reality, being creative. If that's what we want to call it, I mean, really, it's an action, it's a doing thing, it's like love. You can talk about love as much as you want, but it's really a doing word. I thought once, if a magician does magic and there is no audience, does a magician do magic at all? And my resolution to that was that when a magician does magic and there is no audience, a magician doesn't do magic at all, unless he's done something that fools himself. Otherwise it's an illusion, and it's a trick. Following that, I realized that the only difference between a magician and a painter is a painter doesn't do tricks. I guess those that consider my work or my comrades' work as vandalism, they can consider the fact that the mess may be the message, and maybe that message is stop cleaning your car. Maybe it's important to be involved in painting or documenting. Maybe it's not. Either way, I have no control over it. It's just something I have done and need to do, and I'm actually not even that important in the whole thing. It is the energy that comes through me, and I'll be left behind and dead, and that's fine. There is no me, there is only us, and that rhymes with bus, so we're all chilling, taking a ride. The things that I'd been attracted to as a child, like comic books and pop culture, TV references, the idea of incorporating contemporary mythology. When I say that, I mean replacing the devil with Darth Vader and Jesus with Superman. These kind of contemporary metaphors for these other spiritual symbols. In the same way that Renaissance painters painted from the Bible, this was my form of Bible, Star Wars and whatnot. So it was then that I realized I wanted to paint those pictures, and through doing so I realized that they were my mode of understanding contemporary mythology, and then they became my mode of communicating symbolism and contemporary mythology, heroes and villains, winners and losers, victories and failures. I think Aleister Crowley would be quite satisfied, having been activist in the concept of satire being the only logic. That the world is in a very dark place. There's something terribly wrong when disaster is dressed as entertainment. And we see this on the news and in funniest home videos all the time. And when context conditioning and the media play such a large role in informing how our emotions should be conditioned towards different events, that the entire mainstream society is being taken for a ride. When the same footage can be played on the news with an intense soundtrack, you can have millions of people crying, but if that same footage is put on funniest home videos with some funny pop sounds, we're all laughing and wetting our pants. Creativity is our only weapon in the war on reality.